Hi, friends. I decided to go ahead and do my video today before I go to work. I'm about to head out in about 15, 20 minutes. But um, I just got done praying and seeking God because there's some things going on at the office that, oh my God, I'm like, Lord, we're under attack. But I was reading this morning, there's um, three or four things that I try to get done every day before I leave the house. And that's something that I've been learning about. Successful people get up 3 hours ahead of time, 3 to 4 hours ahead of time, so that they can exercise, read, meditate, and pray. I'm talking about actors and people like that. And it's very important to have a regular schedule. And so my schedule has been all kind of out of whack this week, and the first 2 or 3 weeks are going to be, different schedules every day. But then once we start, peak comes in, we're going to be open 8 to 8. So I'll be going in really early. But hopefully after I get my CSPs trained and everything, I'll be able to have some evenings off. But when we're really busy, they want me there, obviously, because they want the office manager there in case there's problems. So, but anyway, something that I read today. I've been reading. I'm on my second book this month already, and so I'm almost done with this one. So it looks like I'm going to be able to read 3 or 4 this month, which is awesome. But and I'm not really a reader, but that's one of the things that successful people do. They read success books because you got to build yourself up. You got to build up your mind, and you got to keep yourself focused on what your dreams are. So um, anyway, something I read today, Stephen Furtick said this. It said, you have to go through things that break you down in order for God to build you up. In other words, when you go through tough times, like I'm going through right now, when you go through trials, that's a way that God builds your faith. And I know it seems like it's never going to end, but trust me, it will, and it's going to be something wonderful when you get finished. If you get through a trial, the blessings are absolutely amazing. And every time you go through a trial, you grow. And if you don't grow, then you're going to keep going through that trial until you do grow. See, do you remember the when Jesus was alive and he was hungry and he wanted to get figs off of that fig tree? You remember that verse? And Jesus cursed that fig tree because it didn't have fruit on it. See, when the leaves are on the tree, there's supposed to be figs on the tree. So the reason he that was symbolic of Christians in the church people that have no fruit. Like, and what I mean by no fruit is they're not doing what God called them to do. Um they're not doing the work that God has called them to do. That's what that means. So um and God prunes us. You know how you prune a tree or you prune a bush? God prunes us so that we can do the work that he has in store for us. And because of the things that I've asked God for, I've asked for some big stuff. And so in order for me to be able to have the faith to trust God to provide for all the things that I want to do, I have to have really strong faith. So that's why I'm going through this stuff. When you have big dreams, you're going to have a lot of things come against you because the devil does not want you to succeed. He hates you. He hates the church. And when he sees God blessing you, he tries to attack you and tear you down to get you discouraged because he doesn't want you to keep going. Because when you feel like giving up the most, that's when your breakthrough is coming. Your breakthrough is right around the corner if you're about ready to give up. Okay, so I want you to trust God today. I want you to pray and and ask him what book he wants you to read. Get you a book. Go to the library if you don't have the money to buy. See, the year before last, I gave a lot of money to different churches when I got my settlement, and they kept sending me books and stuff. So I have a whole library of books from different um, New York bestsellers. Okay, I have quite a few books, and so I have a stack that I'm getting ready to read, and I can't wait to read the next book. So if you don't have the money to purchase a book, then go to the library and find success books. Just read them. There's a lot of books on YouTube that you can listen to. Like Think and Grow Rich is on there. It's like 10 hours long. So if you hate reading or you want to listen to that while you're driving or something, it's 10 hours long. So it would, I don't know what your commute is to work, but you could listen to that. And that's another thing that successful people do. They listen to speakers, motivation speakers while they're driving to work, and that keeps them motivated and their mind on cue. So start listening to motivational speeches. Start list preachers, faith and faith preachers, like word of faith preachers. Um, Jerry Savelle, I have fallen in love with this preacher, and he passed away this last year in April, and I'm sad that I never got to meet him. But he had the favor of God like nobody had ever seen before. And God told him when he started his ministry, he said, "You will be known all over the world for favor on your life." And he is. He's known all over the world for the favor of God on his life. So listen to Jerry Savelle. Listen to Terry Savelle, his daughter. She's amazing. She inspired me. So find a faith preacher or word of faith preacher and listen to them. Okay? And I know there's a lot of churches that say, "Oh, they're not of God," and all this stuff. That's because they don't think they're stuck, and they don't want to believe that speaking life over yourself is legit, but it is. It says it in the Bible all the time. Death and life is in the tongue. Okay? And if you don't believe it, it's in the Bible. I can't, and Habakkuk 2:2 says, "Write the vision, make it plain." Why would God say to write your vision, make it plain, if he didn't mean for you to believe? And faith without works is dead. Okay, also it says that if you don't have faith in him or you don't trust him, that's not pleasing to God. You have to believe, you have to trust him. So I want to encourage you to believe. And I'm sorry, I'm looking at the clock. I'm gonna make sure I'm not I'm not running too far behind, but I hope that inspires you today. And I know I didn't talk about the business today, but I really felt like that's what God wanted me to tell you today. So I hope that blesses you. God bless you. Love you guys. And I hope you have a blessed, wonderful day. God bless.